Hello and welcome everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about Lantern Corps. After watching this video you will know about all Lantern Corps. Do you know how many Lantern Corps are there in DC Comics? Let me know right now in the comments. Now let's get into it. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon so that you will never miss an upcoming update. With that out of the way, let's get started with the video. In 2007, writer Geoff Johns and Dave Gibbons asked themselves a question that would change the DC universe forever. If there can be a Green Lantern Corps, why can't there be other colors too? Since then, the emotional spectrum's warriors of light have flown into our hearts and shone a bright spotlight on the cosmic side of the DC universe. While every Corps has similar abilities, they also each have powers unique to each emotion the Corps represent. The newest of all on this list, the Ultraviolet Corps, was introduced in the 4th issue of the most recent Justice League run. Part of the invisible spectrum of light, the Ultraviolet Corps is powered by Umbrax. Umbrax is a primordial force created from the Source Wall as an entity acting at the center of the invisible spectrum. Since his inauguration into the Green Lantern Corps, Sinestro has been investigating the existence of an Ultraviolet Corps and has finally discovered it. The only members were Sinestro and an unwilling John Stewart, who fueled the ring's power with negative emotions. The White Lantern Corps was powered by the life entity during the events of the Blackest Night. Unlike the other Lantern Corps, these members were unable to create constructs, nor were they specifically chosen to become a member. Many of DC heroes became White Lanterns after they embraced life against Nekron and the Black Lantern Corps. The rings are able to heal the wearer, bring people back to life, and enhance the other powers the wearer may have. It should be noted that these minor abilities do not apply to Kyle Rayner as the ultimate White Lantern. Talking about the Star Sapphires, the Star Sapphires are basically a cosmic version of the Amazons of Themyscira. The race of women warriors harnesses the powers of the Star Sapphire ring, which is fueled by the violet love of the wearer. Most of the Star Sapphires, however, represent the darker sides of love. There are two exceptions to this: Star Sapphire Fatality and Star Sapphire Ferris. Any GL fan knows Carol Ferris as Hal Jordan's main love interest, so it should seem fitting that she is placed in the Corps of Love. She started off as a villain of GL and The Flash, but came to learn how to control the Star Sapphire ring and became an ally of the Green Lantern Corps, the only Corps that is already within a Corps. The Alpha Lanterns are essentially a group of inner policemen on the planet Oa, home of the Green Lanterns. The Alpha Lanterns are considered the most devoted to the cause of the Guardians. The Alpha Lanterns are the enforcers of any of the Guardians' laws, and have a direct connection to the central power battery, meaning they never have to charge their rings. The only human considered for a position was John Stewart, yet he declined. The Indigo Tribe is unique to the other Lantern Corps in many different ways. The tribe was founded by Abin Sur, the Green Lantern who passed his ring on to Hal Jordan when he perished. The goal of the tribe is to rehabilitate criminals and teach them the ways of compassion. The tribe lives on the planet Noct and has no use of names, so their leader is called Indigo One. The tribe has the special ability to tap into any part of the emotional spectrum, granting them access to special abilities and colored constructs of the other Lantern Corps. The Orange Lantern Corps is actually a one-man army controlled by Agent Orange, also known as Larfleeze. Larfleeze is consumed by greed, and his Corps members are actually the ghosts of those he has killed using the Orange Ring. The power of avarice is feared throughout the universe, and long ago the Guardians made a deal with Larfleeze promising the Corps would never set foot on Akara, his planet, or anywhere else outside of the Vega system. The only other major member of the Orange Lantern Corps was Lex Luthor. During the events of Blackest Night, the most terrifying of any of the Lantern Corps, the Black Lanterns are powered by the very edge of the emotional spectrum, death. The Corps was created during the events of the Blackest Night by a human named William Hand. Black Hand, as he became known, used the power of Nekron, the entity of death, to raise an entire army of the dead. The Black Lanterns were former heroes and loved ones of the main characters of the DCU. The Flash was the one who realized the rings were only resurrecting those who influenced the lives of those still living in a significant way. The only hero to willingly become a Black Lantern was Hal Jordan, who killed himself, took the ring, and led an army of Black Lanterns against the supervillain Volthoom. Founded by the only nice Guardians, Ganthet and Sade, hope fuels the rings of these lanterns. The Blue Lantern Corps is the most closely associated with the Green Lantern Corps, and the two power rings actually work off of each other. The Green Power Ring activated the Blue's powers, and in return, the Blue supercharges the Green rings. Barry Allen was accepted into the Blue Lantern Corps during the Blackest Night, as he embodies the undying hope of the Justice League. The Red Lanterns of Atrocitus are fueled by rage. Atrocitus' entire planet was ravaged by the Manhunters, the Guardians' original police force before the GLC. He forged a ring of rage, and pure liquid anger began flowing through his veins instead of blood. The Red Lantern Corps definitely requires the most out of its members, as the ring replaces the heart of the wearer. If the Red Lantern takes off their ring, their heart stops and they die. However, this effect can be dismissed with the power of a Blue Lantern ring. Mera, Queen of Atlantis, became a Red Lantern during the events of Blackest Night, and Supergirl became one during the New 52. After being banished from the Green Lantern Corps, Sinestro fled to Q-Ward. There, he had a ring forged that was powered by the yellow impurity of fear. The Sinestro Corps is easily the most iconic enemy of the Green Lantern Corps. During the events of the Sinestro Corps War, Earth became a battleground for the Green Lanterns against the Sinestro Corps and the yellow entity of fear. Parallax. Some of the scariest DC villains have been members of the Corps, including Mongol, Scarecrow, Cyborg Superman, Superboy Prime, and even the Anti-Monitor. The Green Lantern Corps made its debut in the pages of Showcase 22, and have been lighting up the DC universe ever since. The roster of the Corps has changed drastically over the years with each new crisis and each new reboot. Kyle Rayner is the most creative of the Corps and is definitely the most in tune with the powers of the emotional spectrum. Guy Gardner is a hot-headed, brave foot soldier who will do anything to defend the things he cares about. John Stewart is currently serving as the leader of the Lantern Corps, and there is no one better for the job than this former Marine. Finally, there's Hal Jordan. This cocky, courageous, sometimes impulsive Air Force pilot is perhaps the best ring slinger the Corps has ever seen. And with that, we will bring this video to an end. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.